So I'm 56 years old right now. I feel amazing. I have almost no pain except that which I caused the night before from working out. I can sprint. I can keep up with high school level baseball players. I can turn an 85-mile-an-hour fastball around with my neurological system. My body functions at an exceedingly high level right now. Now I'm going to take you back 9 years ago when I was 47. Lifelong exerciser, eating according to the disease model. My diet was the food pyramid, heavy on grains, low on fat, known lifelong high cholesterol, no real family history of heart trouble, but I was watching my diet, trying to control cholesterol, exercising every day almost as a lifestyle since I got out of high school. And yet I was getting fat and increasingly depressed about my body composition. I noticed that I was starting to get achy when I woke up in the mornings, to the point where I got to kind of the epiphany morning. So I built this fishing lodge 25 years ago, and I'm living the dream, right? My day, 60 days a year, is to go down to the dock in front of my fishing lodge, which is right next door to my home on a lake. Beautiful, nice home, great family, beautiful wife, kids. Nobody's really messing me up too bad. And busy ER doctor, got a lot of sticks in the fire. My job, go down, fly a beaver around in the bush in Alaska, take people fishing, watch them smile, take beautiful pictures. Beautiful, right? I get up one morning, sunny day, look out the window. I can see from the third-story window of my house the mountain across the inlet that I'm going to fly over, top of a 10,000-foot volcano. There's not a cloud in the sky, not a breeze blowing. The lake's a mirror. Perfect. The scene is set. I should be stoked, right?
Yeah.
I can barely stand up. My back is so sore. I don't really want to get out of bed, even though I should have had adequate sleep. I went to bed in time. What I really would like to do is get back in bed and not have all the stuff on my plate to think about in front of me. I was starting to get to the point where I felt overwhelmed by all that I had in front of me, okay? I mean, I'm an ER doc, I'm directing EMS on the Kenai Peninsula, I'm running a fishing lodge, I'm flying a beaver. It was too much. I mean, the energy that got me into this mess had gone away somehow. And I remember waking up, having that epiphany, thinking I'm 47 years old, I have a 1-year-old. How is this going to work? How am I going to do this for 20 more years if I feel like this now? All right. I trudged my way down to the lake. I took my people out. My attitude turned around because I'm a hard fighter. Had a great day. Came home. Turned out that night, I'm supposed to go to night shifts in the ER the following night. So my usual routine is stay up late so that I can be ready to stay up all night the next night. So I stayed up, and at 3 a.m. watching something, the Cenegenics commercial comes on, and I see that picture of Jeff Life, and he's in his mid-70s, and he looks like a wrinkly Tarzan, you know? I mean, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then a couple of younger docs, probably in their 50s, come on, and they're both fit-looking, muscular, and they have brief little statements. And I'm like, man, this is what I need to learn. I mean, and so I called the 800 number, and the doc that responded to me the next morning, or when we finally got in touch, kind of hounded me and eventually convinced me to do the Cenegenics training in age management medicine. And I will tell you, that was the most important educational thing I've ever done in medicine in my life. And it changed my life more than anything I've ever done as well. I mean, being that I came from a background of a bright medical doctor. I mean, I graduated in the top 10th percentile of one of the top 5 medical schools in the country. I'd navigated emergency medicine at that point for 20 years and never talked to a lawyer. I had the capacity to understand the data Cenegenics gave me. They gave me data. I mean, I'm sitting there for a week going, why was I never taught this? I mean, what the heck is with our model that me, a doctor, doesn't know this stuff? And I walked away from that with a newfound knowledge that I was 100% confident was going to change the way I felt and lived. So I implemented the program. What I was not prepared for was how rapid the transformation was going to be. It literally blew my mind. I mean, my hormones were suboptimal. I started on testosterone and I changed the way I ate according to what I was taught through Cenegenics, the same sort of lifestyle things I would teach you within the context of your personal needs analysis. I changed the way I worked out to a much more efficient way with more payoff for the amount of time that I was employing. I actually started working out less, to be honest. I was working out more. I was substituting duration for intensity, something we teach our patients about. I started working out briefer, but more intensely. And in 3 weeks, it was like I was walking 3 feet off the ground. I mean, I was thinking, my God, I'm beating Father Time. It was the most liberating thing ever. Probably the on par with the liberating feeling of no longer being addicted to your food sources. In other words, when you get to that place where now you eat with consciousness instead of being addicted to everything you eat, which is also a very liberating place that we can get you to. So, the transformation that I made, if you look at the pictures of me during my surf vacation in 2013, and then I went and I did the training in January of 2014, and then in April of 2014, you see me surfing again. That was 3 months that I went from how I looked in 2013, which is how I looked in January of 2014, by the way, to that surf picture. And my performance, it's unbelievable. I mean, I had never been able to surf. Usually by day 4 or 5, my shoulders were so fried that you couldn't surf. I surfed for 14 straight days, never took a break, caught more waves than every session I was catching more waves because my endurance was better. Well, my strength was better. I was faster. The things I've noticed, subtle things like my reflexes, my vision even got better. Now it's a collective thing here. I mean, there's supplements that are factoring into this. There's an improvement in my nutrition pattern. There's the ways I'm exercising are making me more metabolically healthy. And the hormones are helping. I would not have achieved this without the hormones. So now I'm at a place where I've got twice as much on my plate than I had 9 years ago. And I don't wake up feeling overwhelmed at all. I wake up ready to basically eat what's on my plate, or as much as I can until the day's over, and then I'll just start eating again tomorrow. It's an amazing thing that this whole process can do for a human being.